Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. Today our group will be presenting about our group project for subject ICT501, and our project is called T.E.K Barbershop, a database and a system design project developed for a real barbershop business. And this project is prepared for Dr. Nurisan binti Abdul Karim. Before we begin to present our project, allow me to introduce to our group. My name is Muhammad Daniel Hakimi, and I am presenting today alongside with my group members. The first one is Razik Rahimi bin Sofian, then Muhammad Adam Syamil bin Muhammad Khairin Akmal, Muhammad Azri Azizi bin Syahri Nizam, Muhammad Iqmal Shakimi bin Ibrahim, and last one is Denny Faris bin Muhammad Farid Nazri.
Here are the table of content for T.E.K Barbershop. We have project description, objective, revised ERD, applications, database, table, and lastly, SQL queries. Let's get straight to it.
Okay, so let's start with the project description. This project focuses on developing a database management system for handling barbershop operation for the T.E.K Barbershop. The system will allow the owner and managers to track customer visit and appointment history, monitor staff attendance and workload across branch, manage product inventory and stock level. The goal is to improve how the T.E.K Barbershop manage, stores and process key business data across its two branches, which is Shah Alam and Pulau Indah. The system is designed to support existing service such as walk-in and appointment bookings, staff scheduling and payment processing. It aligns with the shop mission to enhance customer experience and operational efficiency by digitizing and streamlining manual logbook best record keeping. Okay, so let's moving on to the objective. So the project basically aims to replace the T.E.K Barbershop's manual logbook best record keeping with a centralized relational database system that improve accuracy, efficiency, and daily operations. So firstly, to find employee who employment status active or inactive. Second, to find the total value of all items in inventory. And last but not least, to find every customer with what the service that they take, the payment amount, payment method service charge, when they do it, and the payment date.
Alright, I will explain more detail about our ERD for this project. So this diagram basically maps out all of our tables, their primary keys and their foreign keys, and how everything connects. I'll start with the branch table. It has branch ID as its primary key, and each branch assign many staff members. One staff table has staff ID as its primary key, and it carries two foreign keys, which is branch ID and position ID, which link it back to branch and position tables. Staff also logs many records in attendance. Moving on to customer table, which has customer ID as its primary key, a single customer can leave many feedbacks and can also book many appointments. Appointments carries two foreign keys, which is staff ID and customer ID, since one staff member handles the appointment and one customer book it. Every appointment then generates exactly one payment. Appointment table also connects to appointment underscore service table, which is a junction table with a composite key made up of appointment underscore ID and service underscore ID. That's because one appointment can include several services, and one service can show up across many different appointments. This then links to service underscore catalog table, which stores the service name, price, and duration. Service underscore catalog table relies on inventory, and inventory in turn connects to product. Now here's the interesting part, where service catalog table splits into three subtypes: nails underscore service underscore haircut underscore service and facial underscore service table. This is shown with a circle D, which stands for disjoint, meaning a service can only belong to one of these three types, never more than one. The double line represents total participation, meaning every single service has to belong to one of these three categories, no exceptions. So altogether, this ERD gives us the complete picture. Every table has its own primary key, some tables carry foreign keys to link them together, and the relationships show exactly how data moves through our entire barbershop system. Okay, after the ERD explanation, we move on to the database table section. Okay, we're going to show each table one by one so we can see the actual data inside. This is where our design turns into something real using Oracle Apex. So this is our staff table. It stores information about every staff member working at T.E.K Barbershop. We have columns like branch, position, staff name, staff ID, and staff status. For example, Tan Wei Ming works as a junior stylist at the Port Klang branch, and Ahmad Fidaus bin Ismail is the branch manager at Shah Alam. Table is important because it connects to almost everything: attendance, appointments, and even position and salary. Okay, next table is the position table. This one is simple but important because it stores the different job position in our barbershop, like branch manager, senior stylist, junior stylist, nail technician, and receptionist. Each position also comes with its own salary, so basically whenever we assign a position to a staff member, the system already knows their role and their salary rate automatically.
Let's look at the attendance table. This table records when staff check in and check out every day. It stores the staff ID, check-in time, check-out time, and the day. This helps manager to see if staff come to work on time and track their working hours. Next, the appointment table. This is one of the most important tables in our system. It stores the booking made by customers, including which staff member handles the appointment, the booking type, the status, the deposit, and the date and time. This table connects the customer and the staff together for each visit. After that, the customer table. This table stores the customer's name, phone number, and total number of visits. The total visit number is updated automatically when an appointment is completed. This helps the shop understand which customer come back often, and it supports the better customer service. These three tables work together. The customer tables connect to the appointment table to show who made the booking, and the appointment table connects to the attendance table indirectly. Because it shows which staff was working when the appointment happened. This makes it easier for the T.E.K Barbershop to manage booking and staff compared to the old manual logbook system.
Okay, so this is the feedback table. We created this table to store all the reviews and comments customers leave for the barbershop. First, we have the feedback ID, which give every single review its own unique number. Next, the customer ID, so we know who left the feedback. And the rest of the column is the feedback rating, which the customer can rate the barbershop out of 5. The feedback platform, like whether they reviewed us on Google, Facebook, or Instagram. And the feedback date, which show the date that they reviewed. Lastly, we have the feedback tags, which store the customer exact words. Okay, next, this is the inventory table. For a barbershop to keep running smoothly without running out of daily supplies, they need to know exactly what they have in stock. We designed this table to track all the physical products on hand, from shampoo to hair dyes. The inventory table acts as a bridge connecting with the service catalog table and the product table. Starting from the left, the inventory ID, which gives a unique tracking number to each specific batch of stock. Next, we have the service ID and product ID. The service ID connect and link with the service catalog table, and the product ID is linked with the product table. The rest of the column stores the actual details, which is the item name for the name of the product, the item quantity, which is the quantity of the product, and lastly is the item price, which is the price of the product. Okay, this is the product table. This table stores the permanent and fixed detail about the items. Okay, let's start with product ID, which is the unique number, is what the inventory table used to reference this item. Next, we have the product name, which is the name of the product category, which help group the items like hair care or skincare, and product description, which is the detail of the product.
The service catalog table is created to keep a record of all service offered in the barbershop. It uses a primary key called service ID, where each unique ID represents a specific service. In addition to this, the table contains two important data columns: service price, which stores the price of the service provided, and service duration, which records the estimate time required to complete each service. This structure ensures that every service is clearly identified, priced, and timed for efficient management. The payment table is designed to keep a record of all user payments in the barbershop system. It uses a primary key called payment ID and includes a foreign key for appointment ID to indicate which appointment the payment is made for. The table also contains three important data columns: payment total amount, a derived attribute that calculates the sum of all service prices booked under an appointment; payment date, which records the date of payment; and payment method, which specifies the method used by the customer to pay. This structure ensures accurate tracking of payment and clear linkage to customer appointment. The branches table is created to keep a record of all T.E.K barbers branch locations. It uses a primary key called branch ID, where each unique ID represents a specific branch name. The table also includes two important data columns: branch location, which stores the full address of each branch, and branch opening hour, which records the operating time from opening to closing. This structure ensures that every branch is clearly identified, properly located, and its business hours are well documented for efficient management.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ikmal. I will be presenting the query SQL for this project. The first query is used to display employees based on their employment status using horizontal fragmentation. The staff table is logically divided into two fragments based on the staff status attribute. The first query retrieves only staff with the status unactive, and the second query retrieves the staff with the status active. This allows the company to manage active and inactive employees separately and demonstrate the implementation of horizontal fragmentation. The second query generates an inventory summary using aggregate function. The count function calculates the total number of inventory records, while sum item quantity calculates the total quantity of all items in stock. Next, sum item price calculates the total price of all inventory items, and the sum item quantity multiplied with item price calculates the total inventory value. The two-char function with the Oracle number format model is used to format the currency value. Finally, MYR is concatenated to display the Malaysia currency. The third query combines information from multiple tables to generate a complete customer transaction report. It displays the customer name, the service received, the total payment amount, payment method, service price, appointment date, and payment date. To retrieve this information, the query joins the customer, appointment, payment service, and service catalog tables using their related primary and foreign key. Finally, the results are sorted by customer names and appointment dates using order by clause, making the report easier to read.